Good. Okay, well, it's 2 o'clock, so we'll call the meeting to order and welcome everyone. Deputy Mayor Tom Hutchison, and I'm the Chair of the Committee of Adjustments. Under item number 1, we're going to call the meeting to order. It's 2 p.m. This is June 3rd, 2025 Committee of Adjustment meeting, and we do have quorum as all members are in attendance with Jeffrey Shea being regards. I believe he's coming home from holidays today. So for this meeting, we're using both audio and video. The meeting is being recorded and will be posted on the West Grade website at www.westgrade.com. The technology for this meeting is being managed by the West Grade staff. And anybody online, please refrain from clicking buttons during the meeting unless prompted. And before we continue, just ask Communication Coordinator Ms. Noble to provide an overview on some of the other key points for the meeting. Ms. Noble, please.
Thank you, and through you, Chair Hudson. Before I begin, at any point, if you get disconnected, you can dial 1-647-558-0588 and enter the ID for this meeting, which is 891-5626-2480. For members of the public, if you require any technical assistance, please send a chat message to West Grade Communications and I will attempt to assist you.
Thank you. Item number 2 is the purpose of today's meeting, and I will call on Planner Smith for that. If you could please provide your comments.
Mr. Chair, the purpose of today's Committee of Adjustment meeting is to present 2 consent applications. Consent application number B11-2025, Cantu Homes 2020 on Mill Street. Consent application B12-2025, Steen and Hardery, care of Ron Davidson Planning Consultant. Public meetings will allow interested members of the public and the opportunity to ask questions or offer comments regarding an application. A sign notifying the public of an application was posted on the subject properties, circulated via mail to those persons within 60 meters of the properties and to prescribed agencies as required by the Planning Act. Public registry is available here in the council chambers for those attending a public meeting in person who wish to make presentations to the Committee of Adjustment. As noted by our communications coordinator, Ashley Noble, participation in a public meeting can also be done online. Changes to the Planning Act restrict the right to appeal a decision of the Committee of Adjustment to prescribed persons and agencies. Neighboring property owners no longer have the right to appeal any decision of the Committee of Adjustment. If you wish to receive notice of the decision of the Committee of Adjustment on any application presented today, please provide your name and mailing address to the municipality of West Grey in writing.
Thank you, Planner Smith. Item number 3 is disclosure of pecuniary interest or general nature thereof. If any members have anything to declare at this time? Of course, one should arise during the meeting. We can declare it at any time during the meeting. Seeing none, we're going to move on to item number 4, and that's the approval of the minutes. Under 4.1 is the minutes of the Committee of Adjustment hearing held on May the 6th, 2025. It's obviously in the agenda package there. The recommendation would be that the Committee of Adjustment hereby approves the minutes of both meetings of May 6th, 2025 meeting. Can I get a mover for that, please? Thank you, sir. Mr. Forrester is going to move that, seconded by Mr. Townsend. Thank you, sir. Any comments or questions from the committee members on the minutes, errors, omissions, anything? Seeing none, call the vote. All those in favor, see all members in favor, none opposed. So that motion has carried. Moving right along, we have 2 applications today, as Planner Smith has indicated. First one is under item number 5. It's application number B11-2025, 150 Mill Street. 5.1 will be the report from Planner Smith. Planner Smith, you could provide your details on that application.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. As mentioned, B11-2025, Cantu Homes 2020 Limited as the owner. The purpose of the application is to sever a lot approximately 384 square meters and to retain a lot approximately 680 square meters. The municipal address is 150 Mill Street East in Durham. Ashley, if you could bring up page 22 in the planning report. Shown on screen in the council chambers and also online is a diagram showing the proposed severance with a new lot on one side, approximately 11.277 meters in frontage, and a retained lot, 20.72 meters in frontage, both of them on Mill Street. We're almost at the corner of Mill Street and Garifraxa in downtown Durham. The new lot would continue to be used as a parking lot which is currently used as. Retained lot will be used for a business office and or accessory apartment. There's no new development proposed at this time. Lot is designated primary settlement area and hazard in the County of Gray official plan. Within the West Gray official plan is designated downtown commercial and environmental protection with a flood fringe constraint on the lot. Currently zone C1, 192 downtown commercial exception and floodway with flood line with regulation limit in the West Gray zoning bylaw. All of the lot is within the Saugeen Valley Conservation Regulated Area. Our conversations with the Conservation Authority is that their opinion is that the severance should not be approved if a new building or structure would be permitted to be constructed on the new lot. In this particular case, there is no development proposed on the new lot, and as part of the conditions of provisional consent, we are also recommending a zoning restriction be placed on it. We circulated the applications of West Gray Public Works, West Gray Building, West Gray Fire. West Gray Building has noted that the new lot line would put the existing building out of compliance with the Ontario Building Code regarding spatial separation requirements and setbacks. The owner must enter into an agreement registered on title that would prohibit the construction of a building or structure on the new lot in order to ensure the spatial separation to the existing building is maintained. So the agreement plus the zoning restriction on the new lot, the parking lot, will work together to prohibit development on that particular side. The other side with the existing building, either as a professional office or accessory building, would not be a particular problem. We received no comments as the report was written on May 22nd, 2025. No public comments received since then. Reviewed the application versus the Planning Act, provincial policy statement, the County of Gray official plan, the West Gray official plan. Particular case, this property here has sitting pretty much within the floodplain itself, the Dermot and Saugeen River. In that regard, it has certain restrictions on it, which is why the comments coming in from the agencies and are within the report. Overall, we do find that the application for the severance doesn't meet the requirements provided the zoning amendment is brought forward, and that the restrictions requested by the building department be included in a separate registerable document. Therefore, we recommend the application as presented to be approved with the conditions as suggested. Thank you.
Thank you, Planner Smith. That takes us to 5.2, verbal comments. And there's two parts to this portion of the meeting. First one will be committee members. Do you have any comments or questions at this time? Okay, seeing none, that closes 5.2.1. We'll go to 5.2.2, and this is the public comments section or agents. Ms. Noble, if you could just provide an overview of anybody who would be attending virtually, how they can participate.
Members of the public joining virtually wishing to participate in this portion of the meeting may do so in one of two ways. If you have joined via phone, press *9 to raise your hand. This will let us know that you would like to speak. Alternatively, *9 can also be used to lower your hand. If you have joined virtually, you can either raise your hand by clicking either the blue or yellow hand icon located in the bottom corner of your screen, or by sending a chat message to West Gray Communications, either stating that you would like to speak or what you would like read into the record on your behalf.
Do you have anybody online? No? Now, we'll turn it over to anybody in attendance today. Anybody have any comments or questions in attendance today? Seeing none, then we will close that portion of the meeting. That takes us to 5.3, and that's decision by the committee. So what direction would the committee like to take with this application is before us? We're looking for Mr. Hutchinson. Go ahead, sir.
I'll move that we accept the planner's report.
Yeah, thank you. Is there a seconder for that? And Mr. Townsend. Thank you. Everyone's clear on the recommendation as it's posted on the agenda? Comments or questions on that? Seeing none, we'll call the vote. All those in favor, you can raise your hands, please. Let's see all in favor, none opposed. That motion has carried. So item 5.4, Planner Smith, what would be the next step, sir?
Planning Department will issue a notice of decision. Relevant agencies and other regulated bodies would have the opportunity to appeal the decision to Committee of Adjustment. As I mentioned, the neighbors no longer have right to appeal. Upon the completion of the appeal period, the applicant can move forward with satisfying the conditions of draft approval.
Thank you, Planner Smith. So that completes item number 5, which takes us to the second application on today's agenda. Under item number 6 is application number B12-2025 and B13-2025 444-503, concession 8. 6.1 is going to be the report from Planner Smith. And again, Planner Smith, you can just do your high-level report. That would be great. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, B12, 2025 and B13, 2025, Steen and Hardery, Ron Davidson's planning consultant. Excuse me. Purpose of the application is to sever two lots. Severed lot 1, approximately 0.78 hectares in size. Severed lot 2, approximately 1.16 hectares in size, and to retain a lot approximately 38.89 hectares in size. Municipal address is 444503, concession 8. Ashley, if you could bring up page 39, please. Shown on the screen in the council chambers and online is the draft schedule for B12. B13 will be exactly the same, showing severed lot 1 in the bottom left-hand corner along concession 8, severed lot 2 to the east with the retained lot, the remainder of the forested lands on the property. Concession 8 through here does have a slight jog in it. It is a deviation road. The part that looks like it goes straight through the old part of that still showing on maps, and although I can't tell you exactly at the moment who owns it, but it didn't necessarily play into the application as a whole. The roadway itself is open and maintained by the municipality of West Gray. I'm going to ask you to go to page 42, please. Shown on the council chambers and online is Schedule A to the Gray County official plan. This portion of the property has a number of natural heritage features which play into the application. The brownish grayish areas are agriculture. The green is natural environment, and then the blue is provincially significant wetlands on the property, which come into play in regards to a natural environment, an environmental impact study that was required. So a number of the constraint features are what drives parts of this application. The lot is designated rural, provincially significant wetland and hazard, with an aggregate resource area, an area of natural scientific interest, other wetlands, and significant woodlands constraints on the lot. The lot also abuts the Natural Heritage System core constraint lands. Property is currently zoned A2 rural, NE2 natural environment 2, and NE natural environment. In this particular case, there's no development proposed within the provincially significant wetland referred to as Traviston Creek PSW, although the development does sit immediately abutting the PSW. The Gray County Planning Ecologist has reviewed the submitted environmental impact study, is of the opinion that provided the recommendations of the EIS are implemented, but the development will not have a significant impact on the natural features or their ecological functions. Significant portions of the lot are within the SVCA regulated area. SVCA staff conducted a site visit. Based on the site visit, mapping is to be revised. Overall, SVCA staff have no concerns with the application. The zoning bylaw amendment application is required for both the severed lots and is a condition of provisional consent, as is a requirement for a development agreement with the municipality in order to implement requirements of the environmental impact study. We have circulated the applications to various agencies, including West Gray Public Works, Building and Fire. No concerns other than a requirement for approved entrances and civic addresses on the property. County of Gray Natural Heritage, a number of comments, including the acceptance of the environmental impact study and the requirements and conditions for consent to include the requirements or the recommendations within the EIS. Saugeen Valley, as I mentioned, also took a look at the property, and they do have some minor map modifications that would be brought forward in a future zoning bylaw amendment. No comments from the public were received as of May 22, 2025, when the application was uploaded to the West Gray website, and no comments, verbal or written, have been received since that date. Reviewed the application versus the provincial planning statement 2024, County of Gray official plan. In regards to, again, the natural heritage features of the main issues on the property overall. And again, the EIS provided a number of recommended mitigation factors that are to be implemented both through the zoning, future zoning amendment, and through a development agreement. overall, we did find that the application, even though the lots are slightly smaller, sorry, they are smaller than the A2 zone requirements, but they also meet what's called the reduced lot requirements within the West Gray zoning bylaw. So overall, even though 0.78 for the one lot with an 84-meter frontage is smaller than typically required, we do find that those two lots would meet the overall intent for non-farm residential lots in the countryside in the A2. And overall, I do find that the application would be consistent with the intent of the West Gray zoning bylaw. Therefore, I recommend that the applications be approved with the provision conditions as recommended in the report. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Planner Smith. That takes us to item number 6, which is verbal comments. 6.2, well, 6.2, sorry, is verbal comments. 6.2.1, committee members. Anybody have any comments or questions on this application? Go ahead, Ms. Noon.
The mapping that you had up for the aerial, the gray official plan, the one lot to the west, will there be sufficient room for an entrance to come into there?
Was that?
Let's see.
Oh,
The 80, I believe it's, I can take a look here. The frontage on that will be 84 meters.
Okay, I guess just the way that aerial map looked, it's almost like there was wetland there or something that.
Yeah.
But that is a through road there though, on concession 8 then.
That is correct.
Okay, thank you.
any other comments or questions from committee members? Before we turn it over? Okay, seeing none, that concludes 6.2.1. We'll go to 6.2.2, and this is going to be public comments for any agents that are in attendance or would like to speak virtually. Ms. Noble, I'm going to go to you just to see if anybody virtually would like to participate, and you can explain how.
If you have joined via phone, press *9 to raise your hand. This will let us know that you would like to speak. Alternatively, *9 can also be used to lower your hand. If you have joined virtually, you can either raise your hand by clicking either the blue or yellow hand icon located in the bottom corner of your screen, or by sending a chat message to West Gray Communications, either stating that you would like to speak or what you would like read into the record on your behalf.
Nobody, okay, nobody virtually. Anybody in attendance have any comments, questions? And welcome, Mr. Davidson. Yes, we know who you are, but you know the routine, sir.
I know the drill. My name is and always has been Ron Davidson, planning consultant, working on this project. Clients are Holly Huttery and Tom Steen. Don't have a whole lot more to say to what David, your planner, has said. There's quite a bit of work that went into this before we filed the application. There was a need for an environmental impact study, but before we went to that trouble, we actually got the roads department engaged to make sure that if we were to go to the trouble of doing an environmental impact study and filing consent applications, would we get entrances? And through David, the answer was yes. So I don't want to say they've been conditionally approved because they haven't been, but we've been told that there would not be an issue there. So now that we've done the environmental impact study and it's been demonstrated that the natural heritage features of the site won't be impacted to the approval of the county ecologist, which you've heard. It is a relatively straightforward application, conforms with the rural consent policies of the official plan. Now we do need to impact the recommendations of the environmental impact study, and you heard Dave say that. We'll do it 2 ways. One is we need a zoning bylaw amendment. I have filed that already, and some of the stuff that's in the environmental impacts studies recommendation section can be implemented through the zoning bylaw amendment. Some of the other finer details will be dealt with through the consent agreement. And again, that's coming straight from your planner. So yeah, at this point, it seems relatively straightforward. That's it for my presentation. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Davidson. Okay, so that concludes was there anybody else? Just go back virtually, just to double check. No? Anybody else in attendance have any comments, questions? Okay, then we will close the comment period. And that'll take us to 6.3, and that's decision by the committee. What direction would the committee like to take with this application? Mr. Eccles? No, I called your name, sir. Go ahead, please. Thank you.
Yeah. Move that the recommendations by the planner
Thank you.
move forward.
Okay, Mr. Forrester's going to second that. Everyone clear on the recommendations? They're long, so if you'd like to read them, that's, I can read them out, but everybody's clear on it? Comments, questions on that? Okay, we'll call the vote. All those in favor, please. See all members in favor, none opposed. That motion is carried. Planner Smith, what are the next steps, sir?
Planning Department will issue a notice of decision for the applications. Public agencies and selected individuals would have the opportunity to appeal the decision if they're not pleased with it. Upon the end of the appeal period, the applicant can move forward with the clearance of the provisional consents. And as mentioned by Mr. Davidson, they've already started with the zoning bylaw amendment and started discussions on a development agreement. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So that actually completes, we only have 2 applications today, and that completes with those items. Number 7 is the next meeting. I believe will be held Tuesday, July the 1st, 2025 at 2 p.m. And with that being said, I'm sorry? No? Oh, it is a holiday. There you go. So July 1st is it's a holiday. There you go. Well, anyway, stay tuned, check online. It will be posted for the next schedule. How's that? Anyways, yeah, we'll just, check on the website. Item number 8 is adjournment, and I will declare that we've completed all the items on today's agenda. And we stand adjourned at 2:21 p.m.